Welcome back to the U.S. Daily News Podcast. I'm your host, and today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2026. We have got an absolutely packed show lined up for you today, from the escalating costs of the Iran conflict to historic winning streaks in baseball, major World Cup drama, and some fascinating developments in the tech world. So grab your morning coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into today's top stories. We start with the biggest story dominating Washington right now, and it's one that's touching every corner of American life: the war with Iran. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth appeared before the Senate Appropriations Committee yesterday with some absolutely staggering numbers. According to Hegseth, the conflict has already cost American taxpayers approximately $37.5 billion. And here's the thing, that figure may actually be significantly higher when you factor in expenses like base reconstruction and long-term veterans care that haven't been fully calculated yet. The Pentagon is now formally requesting an additional $67 to $70 billion in emergency funding to keep operations going and to replenish weapons stockpiles that are running dangerously low after 11 consecutive nights of strikes against Iranian targets. The human cost continues to mount as well, and these are the numbers that really hit home. 18 American service members have lost their lives since the conflict began, including 4 in just the past few days. President Trump is scheduled to attend a dignified transfer ceremony at Dover Air Force Base tomorrow for the fallen service members, a somber reminder of the very real price of this conflict. Meanwhile, reports are emerging that the administration is planning to target what's being called Pickaxe Mountain, an alleged underground Iranian nuclear facility buried deep beneath the mountains. If confirmed, this would represent a significant escalation in the military campaign. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are expressing growing concern about the lack of a clear exit strategy, with some warning that the United States could be heading into a prolonged quagmire. This story is far from over, folks, and we will absolutely keep you updated as it develops. Shifting gears now to trade and the economy, where tensions with our northern neighbor Canada are really heating up. President Trump has imposed a sweeping 50% tariff on a wide range of Canadian imports, everything from consumer goods to industrial products and raw materials. The White House says this is a direct response to what they describe as unequal treatment of American vehicles, alcohol, and dairy products in the Canadian market. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and President Trump have agreed to intensify ongoing trade negotiations, but Carney was very firm in stating that all options, and he emphasized all options, remain on the table for a Canadian response. Trade experts are warning that this tit-for-tat approach could have significant consequences for consumers on both sides of the border, with higher prices on everyday goods being the most immediate and visible impact. This trade uncertainty comes at a particularly sensitive time for the broader U.S. economy. The Federal Reserve is watching very closely as the latest inflation data shows some encouraging signs of cooling. Both the June Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index came in better than expected. However, Fed Chair Kevin Warsh is keeping his cards close to his chest, deliberately moving away from forward guidance and instead favoring what he calls a purely data-dependent approach. What does that mean for your wallet? Well, traders on Wall Street are currently pricing in nearly a 60% probability of an interest rate hike by the October meeting. The tech sector has been particularly volatile this month, with semiconductor stocks under significant pressure and analysts pointing to what they're calling AI fatigue. Companies are becoming increasingly price sensitive about the enormous costs of artificial intelligence, compute power, and infrastructure. Apple recently surpassed Nvidia in market capitalization, and there are reports that Meta is in early stage talks to lease compute resources to Anthropic, now to a story that's raising serious eyebrows in the election integrity space. New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill dropped a bombshell when she revealed that approximately 6,600 non-citizens were registered to vote in the state due to what she described as a software error in the motor vehicle system. The glitch occurred between June 2023 and June 2024, and while the governor emphasized that fewer than 400 of those individuals actually cast ballots in any election, the revelation has ignited a political firestorm. The Trump administration is immediately seizing on this as further justification for passing the Save America Act, which aims to dramatically tighten election security measures nationwide. Governor Sherrill stressed that all illegally registered individuals have already been removed from the voter rolls and that the software has been fixed. But make no mistake, this is going to be a defining issue as we barrel toward the midterm elections. Speaking of those midterms, Arizona held its primary elections yesterday, and immigration continues to dominate the campaign landscape across the country. Republicans are significantly outspending Democrats on immigration-related advertising, making it clear this will be a central battleground issue through November. On the legislative front, the House of Representatives managed to pass a stopgap spending bill to fund the government through December 4th, avoiding an immediate shutdown threat, though the bill faces a very uncertain path in the Senate. Let's lighten things up now and head to the world of sports, where there is plenty to talk about. If you're a baseball fan, you have been watching something truly magical unfold. The Boston Red Sox have won 14 consecutive games. That's right, 14 in a row. And they've rocketed right back into contention for a wild card spot. This is the kind of historic run that can completely transform a season, and Red Sox Nation is absolutely buzzing with excitement. With the MLB trade deadline approaching fast on July 30th, expect the rumor mill to go into absolute overdrive this week. Max Fried is being activated from the injured list to start for the New York Yankees, providing a much-needed boost to their rotation. And here's a potentially game-changing development for the sport. The Players Association has proposed a rule change that would allow teams to trade draft picks for the very first time in baseball history. That could fundamentally reshape how organizations build their rosters for years to come. In football, NFL training camps are just around the corner, and the preseason buzz is building. Detroit Lions tight end Sam Laporta has been fully cleared and is ready to roll. Over in New England, the Patriots are deep in contract negotiations with standout cornerback Christian Gonzalez, and ESPN has begun a round of layoffs connected to its acquisition of the NFL Network, yet another sign of the rapid consolidation sweeping through the sports media industry. The NBA offseason is absolutely sizzling right now. The Miami Heat are reportedly the frontrunners to sign LeBron James. Yes, you heard that correctly, LeBron potentially returning to South Beach. His agent has made it clear the decision won't be rushed, but the mere possibility has set the basketball world on fire with speculation and debate. And wrapping things up with the beautiful game, the 2026 FIFA World Cup concluded with Spain defeating Argentina in the final, a match that drew over 62 million viewers right here in the United States alone. But the drama didn't end when the referee blew the final whistle. FIFA has launched an official investigation into a post-game altercation between the two squads. Lionel Messi has returned to Argentina to rest after what many believe may have been his final World Cup appearance, closing a chapter in soccer history. And that's your comprehensive news roundup for today, July 22nd, 2026. From the halls of Congress to the baseball diamond, from Wall Street to the world stage, it's been another action-packed day in America. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. I'll be right back here tomorrow with all the latest. Until then, stay informed, stay curious, and have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been the U.S. Daily News Podcast. See you next time.